Locating an irrigation valve can be difficult at times. It may be buried, or the valve box is hidden by overgrown turf or vegetation, or you may want to trace the path of a field wire when attempting to troubleshoot an electrical problem. This is where a wire and valve locator can save you hours of guesswork. In this video, we'll cover the basics for using the Armada Pro900 digital locator. The kit includes two main components, a transmitter and a receiver. The transmitter sends a specific signal through the station wire and valve solenoid. The signal returns to the transmitter through an included ground stake, completing the circuit. This signal creates an electromagnetic field around the wire that can be detected using the receiver, allowing you to locate the valves, follow wire paths, and help identify breaks, shorts, or faulty connections. The transmitter is connected to the irrigation wire using clips, or you can use the inductive clamp for situations where connecting the clips may not be possible or practical. We'll be using the clips for our demonstration. It's important to note that the transmitter can output high voltage tracing signals. While designed for safe operation, improper handling can cause electrical shock, injury, or equipment damage. Never touch the metal clips when the transmitter is powered on. Disconnect the station wire you'll be tracing from the controller. Also, disconnect the common wire. If the common remains connected at the controller, the tracing signal can spread from the target valve circuit onto multiple solenoids and station wires through the shared common. This causes signal bleed, multiple peaks, and difficulty isolating a single valve or wire path. After connecting the clips to the transmitter, attach the red lead to the station wire you plan to trace. Next, insert the ground stake into the soil near the wire path, but as far from the transmitter as possible. Then attach the black lead to it. Turn on the transmitter and verify that the batteries are good. If not, replace them or use the AC power adapter if you have an outlet close by. With the transmitter powered on, the next step is to select the desired mode, which is the direct clip-on mode. If using the clamp, you would select the broadcast or clamp-on mode. On the next screen, there's an option to select between low or high frequency bands. Low frequency is best suited for tracing long, deep wire paths and locating valves, while high frequency is used for short and shallow tracing. You can leave this on the default low frequency band. It's best to start by using a low level signal and increase the power from there if needed. You'll know if the signal is adequate if the power output bar on the display says OK. If not, turn off power to the transmitter, double check your ground connection, then try again. If the soil is dry, you may need to moisten the area around the ground stake to improve the signal. If needed, you can increase the output power of the transmitter using the yellow arrows on the right side of the transmitter display screen. At this point, you can turn on the receiver wand and check that it has sufficient battery power. Confirm that the modes match the transmitter settings, showing low frequency and clip-on modes, which is the default setting. If you're in a noisy environment, you can connect the included headphones to limit distractions. There are a couple of other settings that you can customize to your preference. The first is the pattern option, where you can choose to hear a steady tone or a beeping sound from the receiver. This setting is made on the transmitter in the setup menu. You can also choose whether you want to use the peak or null signal option. Select peak if you want the volume and signal meter to increase the closer the wand is to the target. The peak mode is generally preferred when starting your search in a general location or when working at longer distances from the transmitter. Alternatively, you can choose the null option, where the volume and signal meter drop off when over the target. Also, keep the volume on the receiver as low as possible while still being able to hear it. Keeping it low leaves room for the audio and visual signal strength indicator on the screen to increase or decrease as you wave the wand across a target. As you trace, hold the receiver upright and position the tip of the wand just above the ground. Move the wand slowly across the area where you expect the valve or wire to be. Use short, controlled movements rather than wide sweeps. Watch the signal strength bars and listen to the tone. As the wand passes over the target, the signal will change quickly, making it easier to follow the wire path or identify the exact location of a valve solenoid. If you are tracing a wire and the signal suddenly disappears, this often indicates a fault of some kind. Once the valve or wiring issue has been identified, be sure to turn off the Pro900 transmitter before making repairs. When you've completed the repairs, reconnect the wiring at the controller and test the zone to confirm proper operation. The Armada Pro900 has other features and uses that we didn't cover in this video, so be sure to reference the manufacturer's guide for complete details and instructions. For more information on the tools used for electrical troubleshooting, stop into your local Ewing branch or visit us online at EwingOutdoorSupply.com.